Hey, what's up, everybody? Um, my name is Shay. I I just wanted to at least do a short video to go ahead and explain herd entertainment. Herd entertainment was actually originally supposed to be about video. It was supposed to be about me doing something with video, and it became very difficult to find people who could actually commit to a project. And somewhere down the line, I found an app. Y'all can find that in one of the descriptions and one of the 100 songs that I just posted, because I just posted my 100th song. So I just felt like for a celebration, I wanted to let y'all know what herd entertainment is for sure now. Herd entertainment is not only me expressing my own feelings, a lot of it was me, like a lot of them are memories to me. I don't have very good memory. But yeah, a lot of them were just practice. And like, to tell you the truth, I decided to make this video because I would say out of the 100 songs that I've posted, I've actually made way more. And a lot of them were just me getting to learn a nap. I wanted to see what I could do with something, so I did it. And then once I really got to know the app, I knew that I could do something just whatever. So for the most part, if you okay, so let me explain this right now. For the videos that you will find, if it is a Shay mix, that is my beat. You might think I worked on like a lot of the songs, like I was heavy at work at it. A lot of the Shay mixes, the song took me as long to make as the song is. So if the song is 5 minutes, it took me 5 minutes to make. The song is 8 minutes, or the instrumental, it took me 8 minutes to make. But then I got tired of doing that, and then I wanted something more out of my music. So I decided to look for vocals, and I looked for vocals everywhere, and then I found a place where I could get, a lot of free vocals. So I was like, cool. And a lot of them didn't match with the beat. But there was something that told me, you know what, you can do something with this. And I did. So some of those might take me sometimes a day, sometimes a few days, sometimes a week to make, because I'm very specific. And some of my newer work, I just started to have a lot of problems with my computer. We won't get too far into that, but like during the process of me making my music, I learned one thing. The music that I was making, they weren't just about me. Like, yes, a lot of them were based on memories or on feelings or how I was feeling that day, and I just felt like, hey, you know what? This vocal with this beat, and I'm gonna work something out. And that's what I was doing at first. And then I came to a realization that I didn't want to leave people out. So I know in the beginning, if you see a Shay mix, that's my beat. If you see a Herd mix, that's somebody else's. If you see a Herd mix, that's my beat with somebody else's vocals. And if you see a Herd Experiment mix, that's somebody else's beat, that's somebody else's vocals. I'm just cutting it and mixing it up. Yeah, actually, I think just because of like the way I make my music sometimes, and just the way that it'll come out, some people actually might assume that I'm much younger. I'm not. I'm actually older than I look. Not that old, but I mean, we'll just put it this way. Just recently, not too long ago, I was talking to a guy. He's asking me, how old are you? And I was like, well, how old do I look? And he was like, oh, you look like you're about like 28 or something. And I told him, I was like, well, thank you for the compliment. Really do appreciate it. And then he threw out a higher number. And once again, I said, thank you for the compliment. And then he threw out a higher number. And I said, once again, thank you for the compliment. Well, it turns out that I was actually older than the guy. So that was kind of cool. But I just drifted off about that right now. But I make music because it helps me. And then somewhere down the line, I figured that me making music wasn't really about me. Like, sure, I was making a lot of songs. And there was a time where, especially with the instrumentals, like, hey, you know what? How much time do I got? 20 minutes. Okay, great. I'm gonna bust out 3 songs right now. And And I would go ahead and do that, and it was just easy for me. So I wanted to make it harder, and I started adding vocals. And with the vocals, I really liked it. Just to let you know right now, I really do apologize to a lot of the early vocals because I didn't add their name, and that was something that I didn't think about doing at the time. And then before I knew it, it was like, I'm pretty sure I can go back in and look for them, but it's just, it can get really stressful. And right now I am trying to just try and make my life as stress-free as possible. But now I have started to at least name as many people as I can. Well, actually, all the new stuff, I'm pretty much naming everybody involved. But while doing that, that's when I started to understand that yes, I'm getting a lot of free vocals, but a lot of the vocals I'd never heard before. And I didn't wanna, like, I understood that Herd Entertainment wasn't exactly about me. Herd Entertainment was about other people. Herd Entertainment is about, you know, everybody pretty much coming together to create something. Herd Entertainment is about a lot of my early work was based on memories, a lot of bad memories, a lot of whatever. Sometimes you'll hear it, sometimes you won't. But Herd Entertainment is me wanting, like, it's not about me. Like, sure, I do create the music. I don't charge for any of it. I do it because I like it. I do it because even though sometimes it can be based on like a memory or something, Herd Entertainment is about letting people be heard. I hadn't heard any of the vocals in a lot of songs, and I listen to a lot of music. Every genre. But Herd Entertainment is trying to let everybody else be heard. Like, I know for a fact now that if they're singing the song, they wrote those lyrics for a very specific reason. I chose those lyrics for a very specific reason. So why shouldn't it be heard? Like it's sure I do spell Herd Entertainment different than when I say like I want them to be heard. But Herd Entertainment is about this isn't like trying to say anything about anybody, but I have a big family, right? So one of my uncles, he like I not only have a big family, but then I also have a big family, and one of my uncles, like he had gone to one of the gatherings and he's just looking at everybody and he's like, man, this looks like a herd. Now of course I wasn't there for that story. I did hear about it, but when I did hear it, I was like, you know what, that's what Herd Entertainment, that's what I need to call what I want to start. And that is the name that I chose. And it actually wasn't even until just recently until I decided that until I saw what Herd Entertainment was to me. And it was all about getting everybody to be heard. So Herd Entertainment, like a herd, like herd of cows or something. It's not trying to say anything about anybody, but it's pretty much just bringing everybody together. It's pretty much about unity. And and then I wanted, when I start listening to the lyrics, not only did they help me for the lyrics that I chose, not only did they help me, but I figured if it helped me, it can help somebody else. So Herd Entertainment isn't about, to me, Herd Entertainment isn't about money. It's not about me. And just like it's not about you. It's about we as a community. I know it's just it's pretty much bringing people together. And yes, I have worked on a few songs, like some of them in one of them, which is my favorite. Well, one of my favorites. That one's in Hindi. I'm listening to another one, and the guy is from France. And pretty much only reason why I know that is because he starts rapping in Spanish. In French. And then I have one with a lady speaking in Spanish. And pretty much I'm just trying to bring in as many different cultures as I can into my music, because my music is not my music. There is a reason for why I make so much music. And that's because my music is about us. I know we've got a lot of things going on in the country right now. And I figured for a moment, even if it's just for 5 minutes or however long the song is, I figured just for those few moments, get somebody's head out of the problems, out of the whatever. And you know, I do stress myself out a lot, sometimes over music, mainly because, you know, I'm trying to work on something and I'll hear one little thing wrong and it's just very it gives me a headache, and then it turns out that I didn't need to do as much work on it as I thought I did. So I'm still learning, but there is a very specific reason for why I don't charge for any music that I make, and that's because my music isn't about me. It isn't about you. It's about we. I like that. And it's about us. And I just wanted to kind of make this video to let y'all know, like, what my idea is behind why I do some of this. A lot of my early work was just practice. A lot of my later work was actually most of my early work was just practice. Like, I'm talking about at least the first 60-70 songs that I posted, those were all just practice. And then I saw that I could get pretty good at it, and as I got better, I understood more of what I was trying to do. And so I just felt like, you know, since I had just posted my 100th song, I just felt like I should at least show my face and give you all a short little explanation. I mean, I know, look, this video is over 20 minutes long, but yeah, I have quite a few memory problems. But you needed to know, so hopefully it helped you understand more of what I'm trying to do. And I will, you know what, I actually have quite a few songs already made, so I will be posting more music. I know I haven't posted a lot of it, mainly because I don't always like everything that I make. And then one of the other things is I don't, to me, some of those songs were just very, like, I was going through a dark time, but then but then some of them I really do like. The only reason why I haven't posted them is because I figured I wanted to be more specific about the stuff that I post, and I know that I do still have I wanted to go ahead and let other people be mentioned. So I know a lot of the stuff that I do have, at the time it was earlier work and I wasn't really keeping notes of like who was involved or anything. So I'm still learning. I'm still trying to still trying to get the whole YouTube thing going and whatever. Well, not so much going, like it's like, come on, 100 songs. and that's because I've worked on way more. But I know that now I do want to go ahead and start to mention as many people as I can, or like all the people like that I can, or that are part of the beat. But you know what? If you like the music, amazing, and I really do appreciate it. I really do. If you don't like it, or if you're jealous because of it, sounds like your problem. I'm not trying to do that to you. Apparently, you might have some issues to work with or to work on. But my music isn't about me. My music isn't about me trying to make $1. My music is about me trying to get other people's message out so that hopefully it'll help somebody else. And that's what Herd Entertainment is, in my eyes. You know, the creator, the founder, whatever. That's what Herd Entertainment is. It's about letting people help one another. And that's the message that I'm trying to send. So, I hope y'all have enjoyed a lot of the music so far. I know I had made some mess ups, whatever. I will try and... I can't go back, I can only go forward. But, I will try and make sure that everybody gets mentioned now. So, everybody, appreciate you for listening. If you haven't, whatever. But listen to the 100th song if you can. It's not so much, I know I made a lot of mess ups, but it's more about the message that I'm trying to send. Because me, I like it. My original intention was always to bring people together. I like to bring people together. I don't care what your race is. I don't care what anything is. And if you understand, you understand. If you don't, sorry to hear that. Kind of sounds like your problem. But yeah, take it easy. Be safe out there. And help your fellow person. Because Herd Entertainment is about us. It's about we the people. It's not about one. So take care of each other. And take care of yourselves. Y'all take it easy.